I am a straight, white male living in a world of heterophobic homofascism. Every day I'm subjected to the Gaystapo propaganda of we need more diversity and more tolerance, which sounds great until you realize that this applies to everyone except me. As an alpha male, if I talk about women, I'm sexist. If I talk about gay men, I'm homophobic. And if I don't pander to the illogical delusions of the masses, I'm a bad person. All of this amounts to nothing short of emotional extortion. If I don't blindly agree with them, I'm a bad person. But let's roll things back a little and start at the beginning. One of the pillars of philosophy is that it's universal. Basically, that means that the same set of rules must apply to everyone. If someone tells you that it's immoral for Ron to steal from Ben, but it's okay for Ben to steal from Ron, it's bullshit. Likewise, if someone tells you that vanilla ice cream is wonderful and chocolate ice cream is disgusting, they've given their opinion, but your opinion, which may be the opposite of theirs, must be equally valid. In other words, if I tell you that I enjoy sticking my dick in consensual vagina, I must live and let live, not be hypocritical, by being okay with a gay man who enjoys shoving his dick up the consenting poop pipe of another man. The basic idea here is that everyone gets to do whatever they want, as long as it's consensual. And I will fight for everyone's right to do so, even if I'm completely disgusted by what they're doing. And that is the pivotal key point to all this. If one person has the freedom to like something, then other people must be equally free to hate that same thing. Wikipedia defines homophobia as encompasses a range of negative attitudes and feelings towards homosexuality or people who are identified or perceived as being lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender. Okay, fair enough. I am absolutely disgusted by guy-on-guy sex. However, I'm turned on by girl-on-girl sex, which, if we're keeping score, should make me be seen as homo-neutral. Only the LGBT community disagrees with me on that. They say that if a straight man enjoys watching girl-on-girl sex, he's sexually objectifying women, which makes him bad as a person. Sometimes the only way to win a game is to tell the idiot who made the rules that you're not playing. To be extremely clear here, I don't care what you do, and you shouldn't care what I think about what you do. If you get to do whatever you want, how could you possibly not support my right to think whatever I want? If I try to visualize my grandparents having sex, the thought disgusts me. It's some seriously disturbing shit. Grandma on her back, feet up in the air, saggy boobies, one on each side, resting on the floor. Meanwhile, Grandpa's shrivelly wrinkled ass flapping back and forth, all the while making that rhythmic slapping sound as they moan, more from the arthritis than the act itself. Puke. But just because I'm disgusted by the idea of my grandparents having sex doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with it. In fact, while they were still alive, I would have encouraged them to do whatever it is that makes them happy. I also fully realize logically that if they never had sex, I wouldn't even be here to be disgusted by that thought. Someone can tell me that sushi is disgusting, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop eating it. I love sushi so much that I don't care what anyone else has to say about it. I don't feel the need to force everyone to love sushi. And when you think about it, the fewer people who like it, the more there is for me. Likewise, if you're a man who loves fucking other men, you don't have to worry about me stealing your boyfriend. Be happy about that. As such, us few alpha males who are left smile every time two dudes become a couple, because it means that the women looking for men like me have fewer choices. So live and let live. We're cool, just as long as somebody doesn't try to force a rainbow up my ass. Additionally, I feel it's my duty here to shed some light on the popular LGBT community question of, why do straight men hate gay men? The answer is actually we don't. We are disgusted by an action, not a person, which is why it is so stupid for a person to define themselves by a single action. How strange would it be if someone demanded that you love them for eating their own boogers? What if they told you that booger eating was their whole life? Everything about them, their job, their friends, car, apartment, and every aspect of their lives centered around booger eating. Not only that, but if you don't praise them for their booger eating, you are boogerphobic and a bad person. This is an example of being a one-dimensional person. And if your one-dimensional thing is the art of shit-dicking other men, then you and I have no common ground to meet on. If, on the other hand, you're like one of my favorite multi-dimensional gay men, Milo Yiannopoulos, then there's lots we agree on, other than where the best place is for an erection. Finally, I must divulge why alpha males find the actions of flamboyantly feminine gay men to be so annoying. When a hot girl acts bitchy, we usually just ignore her. Why? Because we're going to have sex with her later on that night. It's a very simple cost-benefit calculation. But when a flamboyantly feminine gay man acts bitchy, he is all of the worst parts of behaving like a vagina without actually the redeeming part of actually having a vagina. So the next time someone starts throwing words at you like sexist, intolerant, or homophobic, refuse to play their game and force them to play yours by demanding that they stop acting so heterophobic.